You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. After the Foreign Affairs Department reached alert level 3 in Lebanon, Filipinos there are urged to leave immediately and avail of the government's repatriation program. DFA Undersecretary Eduardo De Vega said they should maximize the chance to go home amid the rising tensions between Israeli troops and Hezbollah militants. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Philippine Ambassador to Lebanon, Raymond Balatbat. Ambassador, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Pinky, and good morning to all the viewers of CNN The Source.
Sir, first of all, I want to ask how you're doing together with your team and the Filipinos also there in Lebanon.
We at the embassy are okay. We're closely monitoring the situation here. We just had a meeting yesterday with the leaders of the Filipino community, and we informed them of our contingency plan, and they're ready to disseminate the information on our repatriation program to their members.
How big is the Filipino community there, Ambassador?
It's around 17,500.
17,500. And so far, how many have actually signified their intention to go home?
Well, we only posted it around Saturday night, and on Sunday morning when we held our meeting with the Filipino community leaders, we already received 59 applications.
59 applications.
So I'm sure it's a lot more. Yeah.
Why do you think, with a number of about 17,000 Filipinos right now, only 59 want to go home, Ambassador? Bakit ho kaya ang konti?
Well, it's the first. It was just overnight, so that means I expect it to grow a lot larger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite normal for the Filipinos to really, especially the long-serving Filipinos here. They are quite immune to this crisis.
Mm-hmm.
They've been through a lot of crisis, especially those who've been here for 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the newcomers who are really a bit very worried about the situation.
Shaken, I'm sure. May I ask you, Ambassador, among the 59 that have signified their intention to come home, are they mostly living in the southern portion where there are, maybe we would call it the more dangerous areas?
Of the 59, only 3 actually came from the southern Lebanon. Most of the applicants were from the Beirut and Mount Lebanon area.
I see. Where is Mount Lebanon area?
Mount Lebanon is a governorate. Actually, it's near. It's a part of. It's a cluster of provinces that's been named
Mount Lebanon. Okay.
Mount Lebanon. It's very near the capital, Beirut.
Oh, okay. Very
where
near.
Most of the Filipinos live.
Opo. Malapit lang din po siya sa Beirut. Okay, because I can imagine mostly most of the Filipinos are actually in Beirut. Can you give us, Ambassador, a picture on the situation there?
Well, there's a lot. The intensity and frequency of the military exchanges, the mortars, the artillery, the missile exchanges between Hezbollah and Israel have been increasing in frequency over the last few days. Foreigners are being urged to leave by their embassies, mm-hmm. And a number of airlines have already been cutting down on the flights to Beirut, and we heard that a number of Lebanese families living near the southern border with Israel, have already left the area and have come here to Beirut. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's causing really this panic among people here.
My question is trying to understand the situation, Ambassador, and I'm sure you'll be able to give us a clear picture on this. If the problem areas are in the southern part, both between the Hezbollah and the Israeli Defense Force or IDF. Hindi ho ba dapat karamihan dun sa mga nasa south lumikas na po? I mean, is it like marami pa hubang tao doon sa southern portion, which is probably the problem or dangerous area?
Well, there are a lot of Lebanese in that living in that area, and it's the danger kasi is you don't really know what will happen in the next few days, whether the military exchanges in that area would spill over, and the most recent conflict between Hezbollah and Israel occurred in 2006. So it's fairly recent, and of course, people, especially the Lebanese, recall that incident.
Why is it, you think, that only 3 Filipinos from the southern area have actually have said that they wanted to go home? I know you said that the numbers will change.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, it's first of all, there's it was the first day. It was the first day of the posting of the announcement. Actually, there are only 122 Filipinos that we have accounted for who live in the southern area, southern Lebanon. Some of them have already left, but some of them are still there. Well, because of their employers are still there.
Aside from those who have said that they want to leave, what are the other problems? What kind of assistance are other kababayans asking the embassy?
Actually, even before this conflict between Israel and Hamas, Lebanon has already been in a crisis mode. In 2019, they had the economic crisis. In 2020, the Beirut blast, and then 2021, the pandemic. The Philippine Embassy has been repatriating Filipinos during all these times, and actually, this is just this alert level formalizes what we have already been doing since 2019. There are a host of problems in Lebanon, and Filipinos, of course, would want to be repatriated, given the very difficult situation now in Lebanon.
Maybe as a last question, sir, are you experiencing problems on, or are kababayans for that matter, food supply, water, the basics that are needed day to day?
As of now, there's still no problem, but if the conflict spills over, I'm sure there will be problems on that.
Thank you so much, and take care of yourself together with the team and our kababayans. Maraming salamat, Philippine Ambassador to Lebanon, Raymond Balatbat.
Maraming salamat din po, Ms. Pinky.
Ingat po kayo. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.